Okay, one of the big questions I've got that's coming up is, Tom, can you get a property in St. Kitts that qualifies for citizenship and literally build your own house and get it for $400,000 and be like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house with incredible views of the ocean, up high? Yeah, you can do that, okay? We actually have a development where you can do that, and it will qualify for citizenship. It's real good construction, and one thing too that's nice is it's close to town, so you know it's not way out. I've told people before on other videos that you don't want to be getting something that's way away from town. There are areas that are way out, and I've mentioned to people before, the northern part of the island, which is the most remote area, when you resell it, it's going to be harder to resell it. The property is a little bit cheaper. It's not actually a lot cheaper out in that area. You take some places like Citizenship Hill is way on the other end of the island, and those properties are actually very, very high. And there's not any grocery stores out there. There are any major grocery stores, and you know it's very inconvenient because you're going to have to travel long ways. If you're wanting something, like I said, that's going to be convenient, that a lot of people are going to pick, that's going to qualify for citizenship, you should be sticking close to either Frigate Bay or close to at least Basseterre. That's the main city. You don't want to get towards the northern end of the island. I think one day that place will boom, but I mean, how long it's going to take, I don't know. But these are, you know, some things that you really need to think about if you're purchasing a property, because you want to be close to where the grocery stores are, the amenities, and you want to be able to get it at a good price too. Okay, so what I would advise you to do is, you know, I've mentioned to you before, we've got properties that are outside the citizenship zone, but as I've mentioned to you before, if you want good resale, you should be sticking with properties that qualify for citizenship. I've told people this over and over and over again because it brings like a 50-to-1 more market for you to buy, for people to buy your property. And as I've mentioned in other videos, for every 50 citizenship properties that were actually bought in 2014, one outside of the citizenship zones qualified. In other words, it wasn't a citizenship property, and those odds show you right there that if you stick with citizenship zone properties, it's going to be a lot easier to resell your property. If you don't do that, I'm going to tell you, you can just look at that ratio I just gave you, and it's going to be harder to resell it, okay? And if you get properties that are very, very expensive outside the citizenship zones, you're really going to have some tough time. But almost all your properties are high-end in St. Kitts, do qualify for citizenship, okay? So also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. Number 2 is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. Now, there are areas, quite a few now, citizenship developments that are coming in the northern part of the island. That's the most remote area. The problem is, like I've said before, you can't get back into town quick because there's a lot of villages, and you can't drive 65 miles an hour coming back into town. It's winding roads. You go through pedestrian type areas. You don't have like an interstate you can just fly through real quick. Now, some areas you can drive fast, but then you're going to hit a lot of villages. You got to really slow down, and it takes a good while to do it. And to go from Basseterre to the northern part of the island, about 16.5 miles, man, but it takes you a while to get out there because of all the winding turns and the slowdowns that you got to do. And and a lot of people want to be close to everything. And I'll tell you something too, like I said, people that are wanting citizenship properties or wanting properties that are coming in from outside that don't even want citizenship, most of those people are actually sticking with citizenship zones just because they're planned unit developments. They keep them up nicer, and people like sticking with that irregardless of getting citizenship or not. It's like in the development I'm in, I would say probably maybe half the people bought for lifestyle, the other bought for citizenship. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, is you open up your market to a lot more people when you stick to these citizenship zone properties. But again, I would stay away from the northern part of the island. I have people that I've seen where they've bought in St. Kitts real quick, and some of them don't buy, they don't come down, and they don't know the locations. They don't know anything about the difference between the northern and southern part of the island. And then they buy it, and then later on they go, gee whiz, I should have done more studying up. And they just don't do it, and then they regret it. So you really want to know your geography in St. Kitts, because you need to know where everything is. And like I said, the hub of where everything is and where everything's going is in Frigate Bay. There is very little property that's left in Frigate Bay right now, though, as far as new development. Everything has been developed up so much, and but it's the easiest property, I think, to resell, because as I mentioned to you before, it's close to the grocery stores. You've got all the nice beaches. It also, when you resell it, if someone wants to buy it, if they're not qualifying for citizenship, they just want to buy a property, they don't get hit with the land alien holder license fee. Now, one thing is, there are two areas mainly that avoid the land alien holder license, which is 10% for the buyers. And that is properties that are in Frigate Bay, they're exempt, and also developments that are citizenship developments, no matter where they're located, even if they're outside of Frigate Bay, okay? And but like I say, if you really want the best rate of return for your money, assuming what you pay for the property, it depends on what you pay for the property, you should be sticking with Frigate Bay. And I've mentioned this to people over and over again. If you want the best place between Nevis and St. Kitts, St. Kitts is the best. And I've had many tapes I've put on that. I'm not going to get into that. You can look at those tapes. And then if you want to narrow it down to the area, it's Frigate Bay. Now, I've got other videos I've gone through on the developments that I feel like are the best, because they're kept up better. There was maybe I've told you about the builder. You want to look at the builder who's building it. You want to look at the location. There's a lot of different things you want to look at, and you want to try to stick to areas that that are they've had a good building contractor that's come in and built. Now, like I said, now we've got a developer. If you're looking to really cut back on expenses, because I'm going to tell you, when you get citizenship, you're going to have a lot of government fees, background check fees, legal fees. When you add those three together, you're looking at $50,000 to $150,000 just on your fees, depending on the size of your family, okay, when you get citizenship. And this developer is picking up all that, and there are only a few units left. So if you want to really cut back on your cost, hell, your legal fees are going to be thousands of dollars, not including the government fees, the biggest fee of all, and that will depend on how many family members you got. But then you've got background check fees that you're going to have for each person. In St. Kitts is $7,500 on the primary. You're looking around $4,000 on all the others. So you're going to, if you got a big size family, man, you got a lot of fees. If you got a developer that's willing to pick that up, that's a big, big plus, I'm going to tell you. So these are some things I'm telling you about where you can really cut back. And we do have a development now where you can get a literally a 3-4 bedroom house right around the $400,000 range, and with incredible views of the ocean, up high, very quiet. You have to worry about roosters, barking dogs, crap like that. This is what you want to be looking for when you buy and then resell. If you got any questions, again, folks, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And folks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the right of your screen. We've got over 700 videos. This is where you pick up good tips. It's going to keep you from stepping in dog crap and making a mistake and looking back and wishing you did one thing when you didn't do it. I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.